change actually to have such, you know, a room of powerful women, because obviously as the shadow business secretary I have to go and do business events all over the country, and you'd think in 2018 that we'd have reached a stage where we'd at least have a degree of balance between men and women in the room, but sadly that's not the case, and quite often it's a sea of faces that are largely men and largely white middle-aged men sat in front of me. And I think that's terrible, and I think it indicates how far we have to go as a movement of women.
Thank you to the TSSA for all the work you do, standing up for your members and providing wonderful education opportunities for your union. I am delighted to send a message of support to this first ever TSSA Women's Conference and to celebrate the work of women who work at our stations, in our transport sector and on our trade.
I was asked really to talk a little bit about myself and my journey in the trade union and labour movement, and you know, your conference is called Unfinished Business, and by God have we got some unfinished business to do. No. But you know, if it wasn't for that Shore Start Centre, if it wasn't for going back into adult education and having that opportunity to do that, and if it wasn't for the trade union movement, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in today, and that's what we fight for every day. There's loads of room for every single one of us women, and we have to build a women's network. And this event this weekend is part of that, building the women's network, because we have to make sure that we all reach our full potential. And it's so glad, I'm so pleased that people like Danielle, I was talking to Danielle recently about how much it means to us women that came in 2015 to see new women coming forward. It rejuvenates us, it makes us feel validated for some of the arguments that we have. It gets tiring, doesn't it, every day when you're fighting the system. It gets quite weary and tiring. So we have to take the load sometimes off each other and be there for each other. That's what feminism is about for me. It's about making sure that we pull in the men to make them understand that they need to understand that it's a role for them in it, but equally it's about us women helping each other rather than competing with each other. And often that happens. When they go low, I go extremely high. I try to make that part of what I do every single day. I try not to criticise and be too derogatory about people. I still do sometimes, and I have to remember that that's not acceptable to do that. And I try to be the change that I want to see, and hopefully you will all be inspired by what you've done this weekend, by the stories you've heard. But one of the things that spurs me on is knowing that people like you are there shoulder to shoulder with me in the trade union movement, because I'm not fighting for me, I'm fighting for us. And when you empower yourself by seeing it as a collective struggle that we're all involved in, then you'll realise that you're absolutely extraordinary and can do amazing things. So well done for everything that you've done this weekend and what you do in the trade union movement. It's not easy being involved in the union movement at the moment. With your help, your encouragement, your enthusiasm and working together to help each other, we will all reach our full potential, and we'll have Jeremy Corbyn as our next Prime Minister. Thank you.
Be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot for the sake of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of old